training staff takes him off.
We're seeing the two young tight ends, Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot for the Cowboys, playing quite a bit.
I gotta clean this up. There's always a chance they're gonna kick me out in the morning. I have my reservation and confirmation code, and the guys seem to warm up a little bit. Because you know what? I have black friends. People don't believe me. Go come out, hang out at work, and our, we have, back in the rear, back in the front lines, on those bases, we all hang out, have a good time. We're friends. It's just now I have no friends because I said some racist stuff, and it offended my friends because they heard me say something about the person who wasn't my friend, and now I have no friends. But I can still love football. I can still love football because this makes money. That racehorse, Ezekiel, oh God, he doesn't have the wheels he used to have. Oh, Amarath, you know what happens when our Kentucky Derby races go down? I mean, maybe you can find use for it, but I fucking hate that. I hope Wheels of the West, whatever crap show that was, the guy working with all the, his wife released his, he's the, that was one of the worst fucking TV shows of all time. It looked like it was a realistic thing, but that was not realistic by any stretch of imagination. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's the guy who's out there, who's responsible for it all. Just that more out there. Oh, Homer Sprague still. I'm just kidding. Homer Sprague's harder than that. So let's play some games here, guys. It's in the book, being laying around with filth and shit. That would mean you can start organizing your day. It's kind of like Frank Victor in the Victor Spread. Whoever man search for me, the guy who was in the concentration camp, he said, yeah, he gave up on life. Horrible conditions. But there were beautiful things too, like, a hungry guard giving, like, his piece of bread to an even hungrier and dying prisoner. People coming to the defense and talking to their loved ones, maybe for the last time. The war's hell. We don't like to do that shit. Never know which side of the fence you're going to be on, or which food you're going to be eating, or if you're going to be in the torture chair and be holding the pliers, it's just, that's why I don't like war. It's because, it's gambling. You gamble with life. As soon as you sign that military contract, you're forfeiting your life for whatever period is, 8 years. Read the instructions on it. I like gamblers. That's why I trust. That's why after once a person's an actual veteran, and also you can go one route, one road in an entire map, and don't say you traveled at all.
Absolute football players in the National Football League. He smelled that out, jumped to the outside, and gave it nowhere to happen.
That won't show up as a lot for Winfield, but he disrupted everything on that play. 3rd and 11.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do an honoring ceremony at halftime for the Frenchman, for the French naturalized American veteran patriot who has a Medal of Honor winner, and like it used to be a real big deal. They go USO, they were celebrities, Medal of Honor winners. They were legendary. And I've never heard of this Lauren guy. I'm really interested in hearing the backstory of his heroics, saving all those Marines and whatever it is that people do. We can go and look at the documentaries on Medal of Honor winners and what they did to win them. And man, that Lawrence guy. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what he got his Medal of Honor for. Medal of Honor, do you know how many benefits you get? You get that Medal of Honor, it's like, it looks like it's better than an Olympic gold medal. You get like a pension and all these, in the military community, you just show that Medal of Honor certificate and you are taken care of. You are A-OK. Trying to show, because a lot of people these days aren't that brave. They're afraid of and I'm like, survival isn't guaranteed, but I'm going to tell you, I feel okay about myself. It's a career, as long as it's patriotic. Like, in times of turnover, the government's become tyrannical and communist and just killing people for it's supposed to be democracy, but you voted wrong. You're threatening our democracy by voting. It's our democracy. It belongs to me. The democracy belongs to me. I'm going to give you your vote, so don't vote for anything. It's multiple choice. Here's your democracy. Put it on there and you give it back to me, and me and my friends will make sure you can count them. Don't try to take our democracy.
It's beautiful out here. Sure is. And I earn 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase with Chase Freedom Unlimited. That means I earn 5% on our rental car, I earn 5% on our cabin. I mean, come on. Hello, cash back! I'm scared. In a good way. I'm lying. Let's get this up. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what yours.
I'll remember that chapter of my life forever.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna freak out. I don't read prophecies.
We
If the
protected
baby
the
gets
progressive
trying to
home
kill
and
us,
live
but
on
I
day
kill
and
me.
night.
I mean, the woman doesn't matter anymore.
Well, Jamie.
Because I won't even hear a fucking lie. I don't want. If you even fucking come to me and lie about number of kids and shit, that's fucking dumb. I mean, there's a very been sleeping on very thin ice, and they're trying to damage control and everything to find out why Kate Windsor had a nigger baby. I mean, Nagin. Ray Nagin, the mayor of freaking New Orleans. It just sounds like that when you're angry at Nagin.
Fans with a fighting spirit. The spirit of high school Friday Night Lights lives here, of course, in North Texas, throughout the state. That's the Frisco Raccoons who beat the Frisco Liberty Redhawks 63-7. Those games played at the Star. That's the Cowboys training facility. And Tyler Smith is part of the Friday Night Lights scene, not too far from here in Fort Worth. The left tackle held up on that opening drive. Touchback. Brady will come out to 25. Here's the entirety of the Tampa offense.
Tom Brady, Michigan. Learn from that, LSU.
Mike Evans, Texas A&M. Julio Jones, Alabama.
Chris Godwin, Penn State.
Cameron Brady, Harvard. Donovan Smith, Penn State. Luke Goedeke, Central Michigan.
Robert Hazy, Notre Dame.
Shaq Mason, Georgia Tech. Tristan Wirfs, Iowa. And the receivers healthy for Tom Brady.
Can somebody look up? I want to do a sports night trivia. Let's look up their records. It's all about like freaking Trumps and freaking presidents like college trade. I want to meet these guys. You know, I want to see their transcripts, so we can do a presentation about like children from disadvantaged backgrounds and how the opportunities that college affords them. You know, we want to encourage kids to get college education. So, what better way than their heroes are going to discuss all that they learned in college and show their favorite classes? What the fuck do you have to do in your off season except come and do your appearances for Make-A-Wish Foundation? And I have a wish.
Leonard Ford at the back, 1st and 15. And quickly out is Mike Evans taking off. Evans with the first down to the 45. I beg your pardon, Chris Godwin with a 45-yard.
That's a man running like he owes people money.
Get it to the man who injured his ACL on a Sunday night, week 15, and Godwin picks up 25 yards.
All right, I'm not cheering for anybody. I'm just telling you, I'm so happy to see Chris Godwin be able to do this, coming off of that knee injury. We were there that night with the Saints. It was horrible. And for him to come all the way back, and what a great plan. Just get the ball in his hands, let him get hit once.
I'm not too concerned about that. That's the one that's been hacked. That was the one where that black girl made a friggin' Twitch account or Twitter account before I like realized that she was using my friggin' email to do it. From that cell phone I lost and like was supposed to be turned in. The guy called me, said just turn it into the desk because I can't just I'm tired and shit. Oh yeah, that my broken iPod.
Of course, when he walked off the field in Tampa, he had just led them in an incredible comeback in the playoff game against the Rams, and then Stafford and the Rams went down the field, got the game-winning field goal, and then all the off-season drama started. But on the field,
yeah, this guy's man. It's like you back home for 30 years. It's just Michael Jordan worship. I mean, that's where it started. This all started back in when I was a kid. Michael Jordan just revolutionized the sport. It was fun. This guy could not be stopped. We loved watching. He was like the Hulk Hogan of the NBA, just unstoppable. You know, you just knew you could depend on Michael Jordan coming through in those clutch performances. Yeah, that's it. Then they had the, then then they had, in order to pay his advertising, they had to ship all the factories over to Vietnam, and there are documentaries on it too. In fact, Bill Knight actually got in a lot of trouble. Bill Knight, the CEO of Nike, he took a lot of heat. They're like, you're hiring slave labor, and they explained about the, there's like, we have capital and they have the labor, and so we have to send the capital to where the labor is, and that's going to give us better jobs like advertising, because without the sweatshop factories in Vietnam, Michael Jordan getting $125 million to have him like freaking fall apart shoes is like insane. But man, that is a beautiful economy for those who can afford to eat and have a good time watching football. Go football team! Let's go! Woo! Heroes!
Third down coming up. Neville Gallimore and Jaron Curse. Stop the big man Fournette.
A couple of changes on the Tampa Bay offensive line as well. Luke Goedeke, he is the rookie in there along with Robert Hainsey. You need another 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, Coach Hibbard. Yeah, your assistant coaches. Man, you weren't aggressive. And holding them to those freaking standards. You know, that was oppression. They don't come from a
This play inside, just one-on-one against Shaq Mason, a very good run blocker, but simply too quick. You're going to see
one-on-one. I mean, yeah, he was one initially.
Over those guards on multiple occasions.
You gotta get his name out there.
Who's going to handle it?
You know, instead of Hillenberger. Every time that guy went out there, just wow, he's like a better player than the right, whichever the right friggin' linebacker was. He was just always better. But, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't get enough time to learn the wisdom of the sports ballers.
Now on FanDuel, bet $5 and get $150 in free bets instantly. Yes, you jammed in the jam-packed sports bra. You stuck in an awkward family dinner. You waiting for your groceries to be back. And yes, even you who got destroyed at cornhole in front of all your friends. Yes, new customers now get $150 instantly when you bet just $5. That's why America's #1 sportsbook is the best place to bet on the NFL. FanDuel. Make every moment more.
Well, you probably can't do a whole lot of things on there.
The redesigned Corona Slim can, named after yours truly.
Anyway, I mean, it's not like that's friggin'. I change my shit every friggin' other day. It's so bad.
Might as well call them snow cans. You like that?
Binance. Uh-oh. I already have something there. I mean, they got money. They like this stuff. I'm not gonna be like. That's the thing. People are saying I always, because I've had so many trainings. I've like, I just know how the proper way to think and to catch my biases. And even though I'm freaking that's the most annoying music, I don't like it. It just like drives me crazy. It's like Chinese water torture. All day, every day. Boom, 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 boom. That's why I don't like it. I'm classical music. That's why, and I stay alone in my room because I'm like the last of the people who are holding on to this like traditional thing of what music is, what my Western music is supposed to sound like, and it just, I mean, I don't. It's like that thing of putting melody and harmony into music. Just that's me posing my tastes on other people.
You walk around the stadium and
So.
you see so much fine and beautiful art. It's just part of this still state-of-the-art stadium. Nothing like coming here for a game.
I love that we showed Gene before Jerry.
There you go.
That's strong.
That's good.
And deserved.
Drive two here for the Dallas Cowboys. So Dak Prescott's familiar. Zeke Elliott's familiar. And a lot of different people touching the ball who you may not know. Dalton Schultz has been here a bit. CeeDee Lamb is his third year. Noah Brown, a veteran, but wasn't playing much. That's it. 5 other guys. 4 of them are making their debut. None of them catching passes before tonight. So it's a very inexperienced pass-catching crew for Prescott.
No, nobody wants to play with you, or can they not afford anybody? We got Dak Prescott, Elliott, and who is your receiver? You're one good receiver. That's the model. Super quarterback, super receiver, super running back.
Insisting on running the football, bringing both tight ends to one side, bringing Noah Brown across the formation, almost like a lead fullback in there, and establishing this running game. In the game between these two a season ago, they never really did.
With the futuristic helmet Zeke has changed to. It's a sleek look. 2nd and 3, and we get a whistle. Trying Shoyinka, number 9 for the Bucks, pointing the Cowboys' way.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. The second down.
It's on Terrence Steele. He's the right tackle for Mike McCarthy. And we should point out Connor McGovern, who went out. He went right to the locker room of that first drive. They say right ankle injury. His return questionable.
I'll tell you, I don't know where the Cowboys would be, though, without Terrence Steele, a guy that started 27 games over the last couple of years as an undrafted guy.
27. Deep drop by Prescott. Oh, it's deflected by David and nearly intercepted. Jamel Dean almost got the pick, but the 11th year man from Nebraska, Levante David, dropping back, tipped it up.
Just a 2-man route, and they're leaving people in the block. They do not want the Buccaneers defense to get after Dak Prescott, get him settled early on. But I tell you, these guys are so good. Levante David has such a great feel for how to play those zone defenses.
Making his 150th start here tonight. 3rd and 8 now. Prescott, nothing open, trying to get rid of it. And is ruled incomplete. And the arm going forward, ruled incomplete, trying to get it in the direction of Dalton Schultz. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys, after a good first down gain, are going to have to punch it away.
Yeah, that's Akeem Hicks coming in. You'll remember that name from the Chicago Bears. And if Akeem Hicks is healthy, this is going to be a dynamite bunch in the front end. Joe Tryon, Shoyinka already in play, and now Akeem Hicks.
Effusive in their praise of Hicks.
4:03. Clock will start on the snap.
In 2018, he had a year that you just don't forget. We did a couple of their games. I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt like I was announcing his name every single play. It's like watching Aaron Donald.
Jerry Ron Torbert getting the clock straightened out after the incompletion. There is the former Chicago Bear Hicks.
If Hicks and Julio Jones play this year, right, those would be 2 big ones.
Brian Anger kicks. Jalen Darden back deep to receive. Darden's going to reel it in back to the 21. Nice kick. Darden's got a little space on the sideline to return at 10. And Tampa will take over at the 31. Brady comes on the field for drive number 2. There he was coming on the field for the first time. That vintage Tom Brady reaction. Locked back in. Season 23.
88 was just a number back then. I was not the first.
But you are the original 88. I got drafted in 88, and I wanted to be great just like you. So for me, it had to be 88.
I wanted to break every record. 88 was the only number.
I didn't know if I should wear it. I wanted to blaze my own trail.
Michael? He told me that's what 88 degrees.
What 88's do? We are the 88 Club.
With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, Housewives. Football, Housewives. Football, Housewives.
What? The Housewives are on the field. I repeat, the Housewives are on the field.
Get your TV together. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to save up to $120.
Oh yeah, you can't see. I'm taking them out. Well, why? What's the point of having it on there? You know it's still running in the background. As long as it's on there, it's gonna be accessing my stuff. It's one thing when it's annoying. It's like, oh yeah, I have to go through every single file and like set it. I don't want Microsoft and H1B fucking geniuses touching my shit. Some of these people who like once they caught lying and stealing from the freaking their customers, whoa boy, that's a crime. It's not just a firing. If you catch somebody in your office stealing from the clientele, that is no longer an issue of inter-office politics. That is a crime, according to the locality it occurred. And if it occurred in two separate places, well, which laws? If it's not a crime where you are, don't leave and step into a place where it is. If you committed it and we're waiting for you. Talking to you, Beijing hackers. Your little friggin' child porn empire. Don't fucking come here.
With prices you'll love, if you just promise to put your heart into it. Seasons change, but our lowest price promises every day. Shop fall at Lowe's today. Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by Geico. Looking downtown Dallas, 18 miles from us here in Arlington. Arlington, right between Dallas and Fort Worth. Home the Cowboys. Tom Brady, drive two. Couple of 20-yard completions on that opening drive. Here the Bucs take over at their own 31. And Rashad White, the rookie out of Arizona State. They have liked a lot here in camp. In the backfield. And Brady throws it dead on target again. Mike Evans right around midfield. The gain of 19.
Yeah, so many times teams like the Dallas Cowboys who like to play that single high safety, it basically forces the quarterback to work the outside part of the field, all those one-on-one routes. And Tom said, okay, I mean, that's really the amazing part about it. You look at a guy who's 45 years old, and you're okay throwing 18.
Of course you won't. Let me just deinstall it. That's all right.
Jones, a Buccaneer. Julio Jones in great shape too.
We'll figure out a way eventually.
We talked to him last night. He said it's really simple. Tom Brady hit me up on Instagram. We started talking. He was interested in where I was going, want to get back in after the year in Tennessee with all the time he spent in Atlanta. More conversation. He ends up with the Bucs. He starts doing the TB12 stuff. He looks great, feels terrific.
Yeah, Tom sold him softly, but at the end told him, we got to find a way to play together. Yeah.
The payoff line came, right? Fournette, good space. Fournette down to the 25-yard line. Michael Parsons had to come get him. Gain of 16 yards, and Shaq Mason was leading the way.
Here we go, a little old school New England Patriots. Let's get Shaq Mason out in front of this thing, and sometimes Leonard Fournette at 245 pounds just looks like a tank coming down the field, doesn't he? How'd you like to be 195
Oh man, I
pounds?
thought I had a.
Okay, I'm getting paid to do this. Let me give it a shot.
There's Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny a couple of years ago. People wondered, did he come in not ready for the season? Was he a little out of shape? He worked himself in shape. And Todd Bowles said, fine by me. He's been good so far. Backfield is empty. And Brady fires towards Evans, incomplete. With the safeties back there. And Jordan Lewis covering underneath. It'll be second down. First incompletion of the night for Tom. All right, so it's Brady going up against this guy. Dan Quinn, who as a head coach in Atlanta saw Brady in the Super Bowl, had him 28-3, and you know the rest of the story from there. Year two for Quinn.
Yeah, the fans come cheer us. Put our jerseys on, and then we're gonna bang your wife and fucking destroy your life because you didn't play football like us.
easy task because Julio Jones is running like Julio Jones again. And I think that Tom Brady just looked at that and said, too close. That one may have squirreled out of his hand just a bit, too.
Second one for Suckup. It was good from 44. This is going to be 38-yarder. And the rookie Jake Camarda's home. Pushed by Dallas, but Suckup 2 for 2 on these first two drives. 66 seconds left in the first. 6 points, Tampa Bay.
Okay, we're going to talk about Nehemiah's Roofs for Troops program. In my house that was offered to me out in London, Kansas. Home buyers interested in purchasing a property through Nehemiah's Roofs for Troops program must meet specific program requirements and agree to occupy the home as their primary residence for a minimum of 3. I thought it was 7. Okay. Minimum of 3 years. This form must be completed in full, signed and submitted to me and Nehemiah with a completed purchase offer. Yeah, purchase offer. Okay, and acceptable evidence of veteran active duty military status.
Store your things until you're
In
ready,
order.
then we deliver to your new home. Across town
This is
or
important. This
across
is
the
for
country.
people who aren't getting they don't have time to go play and do barbecues and shit because they freaking homeless because the veterans came out and you decide to make them into like political things. Oh, the angry veterans. We love our veterans. We gotta do stuff for the veterans. Oh, these veterans got canceled. The veterans, they protested. A DD Form 214, active duty military, current statement of service, or certificate of eligibility. To obtain more information about acceptable evidence, visit the VA website. Home loans purchase certificate. I thought it was a charity thing. I was completely wrong. Yes. Have an annual household income falling within 120% of the HUD area median income limits. So you have to make more than the people around you. Okay, agree to occupy as a primary 3 calendar years and complete Nehemiah's online home buyer education course. Is there a link? And provide verification. Purchase the education course can be following the following link. So we got one link. Because they gave away a lot of these things. For every 12 homes that Bank of America gave Nehemiah as part of their friggin' tax write-off for foreclosed homes they can't sell, they give them to Nehemiah to fix up and flip, and they give one with the thing that one home for every 12 they had to give one home to a veteran, as long as the veteran paid the property taxes. That's the way it was explained to me. Yeah, I'm sure that's the way they explained the PowerPoint presentations too. But I was more concerned because this came up like when my relationship was falling apart because I needed a home for my family or a future family. I didn't want to flip homes, games. I just needed a place to live. You can see that was 7 years ago. Things changed. Sorry, is missing. Let's hope what you're looking for, veterans benefits. No, I wanted the purchase of certificate. Okay. Anyway, they must have changed things, and you have